Not too much of an intro. How you guys been? We're gonna play chakrams. So, yeah, I know it's been quite a long time, and honestly, don't expect this to be probably a return to the old upload schedule. But with the new character coming out, it kind of offered the right time to make content. And I gotta say, I have heard mixed things regarding chakram. Honestly, I kind of like the concept of them, you know, right? Like using D-Light as kind of that swap. I know you can hit that true, the side light and light, right? That, and then that. The SIGs on this character, I think, are like crazy good. All right, swap to this one, and now I have like, I'm pretty sure this version has like more force. I don't know how much more, but like recovery, I know is definitely a little harder hitting. The side SIG, seems like it's crazy good. All the SIGs, I think, are pretty nice on it. All right, let's swap to these. Before we go any further, though, I want to give a quick shout out to a game you just might have heard of for supporting this video. Raid Shadow Legends is a cross-platform, play-anywhere kind of game with AAA graphics. It has endless amount of content, and honestly, it feels like every day there's something new. Speaking of, Raid is running its latest worldwide event, Alice's Adventure, featuring 5 brand new legendary champions inspired by the classic tale of Alice's adventures in Wonderland. This includes Alice the Wanderer, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Knave of Hearts, and the fearsome Queen of Hearts. What's great is that you can get all 5 of these legendary champions through in-game events over the next month. The events are available to both new and existing players. For example, you can get the legendary champion Alice the Wanderer for free, along with a bunch of rewards simply by opening Raid on 14 different days. On day 7, you would get Alice the Wanderer and a 2-star perfect soul for her on day 14. Seriously though, if you haven't started playing yet, now is the perfect time. Click on my link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen to get amazing bonuses available only through my link. You will immediately get a huge starter pack with an epic champion Drake from the Lizardmed, amongst other valuable items. You'll also get another starter pack after reaching level 15 that includes an epic champion TALLIA from the Sacred Order. That's not all, guys. After downloading with my link, use promo code MONKEYKING to get a legendary champion Sun Wukong for free. Promo code is available till the end of February only, so you have to be fast. Don't wait any longer. Check out Raid Shadow Legends today. Now let's get back to checking out chakrams. I dislike the ground pound the most. Probably would have to be between that and, like, honestly, I don't like how Enlight feels when I'm like hitting it, like on hit, because I feel like I can always jump sooner than you actually can, but it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, it's just me being bad at the new weapon, which, shocker. Yeah, I figured I'd also use this to give some updates. Hold up. I think D6's like a D6 spiking sig? I don't remember totally. Yeah, so I've been busy. I've been like actually working. And I gotta say, ever since I started working, I just like did not care to really play Brawlhalla. It was too much of a time commitment to really do anything seriously with it, especially when it came to like content and stuff, right? Because that was kind of my gig for a minute. But now that I've started to settle in a little more, I'm not gonna act like I can really dedicate any more time to the game, but I've had a little more fun like playing it again, so I don't think that really means I'm gonna be back competing. It's more so like I might well, I am doing some coaching stuff. We'll see how many people I have. I actually made a tweet a few days ago, and it was about coming back and coaching you know, one team or player from each region. That way I can kind of do like a nice little side gig, still stay involved, right? And right now I have someone in North America. I'll leave that up to them if they want to say whether or not like they're being coached by me. But I'm kind of excited for it, so definitely hopeful, right, that I'll be able to still somehow have success in esports while not having to be as stressed about competition You know, coaching, obviously, I'm sure it would be a little stressful because if I like tell whoever my students are, like, hey, you should be doing XYZ things, and then I just see them completely like, you know, sell in a set, that probably is a little stressful, but it's not the same level of stress as being that person competing. Oh yeah, that dare, by the way, I've heard dare be called like pretty broken. Oh, all right, he just absolutely hated fighting me probably. I mean, I've probably been like super passive the whole time, so I can't blame him. But on the topic of like Brawlhalla Esports, dude, I honestly think Brawlhalla Esports is just so past its prime. And, you know, I know that's kind of like sad to say, maybe. I guess it's fair to also say maybe I'm just, given I'm not competing anymore, right? It's like, oh, well, of course you're going to say that, you know, you're not at the top, right? And it's like, I get it. But I don't know, you know, I'm trying to give a decent rebuttal to a claim that I just think is probably very true. And it is sad to an extent. The gameplay, I'll always say this, the gameplay is better than ever. I cannot take that away from anyone who's competing. Everyone's like so good now, especially in twos. It's actually insane. Even in just ranked, I remember it used to be like, you know, a few teams in each region would have like crazy records, like single-digit losses. Nowadays, it's impossible to find anyone without like 20 or more losses on the ranked leaderboards in twos. In ones, you still have like some people who are just so unbelievably dominant, but in twos, yeah, it just feels like everyone has gotten so much closer to each other in skill. And I think part of it is because like what you should be doing on Legends, like everyone just plays the same stuff, so once someone finds something, it spreads like a hive mind. And speaking of which, right, it's like, okay, well, what have you been doing, or what games have you been playing since not Brawlhalla, really? I finally got my hands on Spider-Man 2 for the PC since that came out. And I gotta say, was it worth the wait of a... Oh, what? I mean, the game came out on PS5 in 2023, like October-ish or something like that. I waited like basically a year and a half to play this game, and I gotta say, was it worth it? I think so. You know, at the end of the day, it is just a game, so I wasn't like fiending that hard, but it was very fun. I actually just finished it earlier today before recording this, so if you haven't played it and you got a PC and no PS5, it's now available. And they've been doing some bug fixes. I know people were complaining, oh, the port's this or that, and I get it, but you know, fortunately my PC is very good. UFC, that's nothing new really. I've been really into the sport for a long time. Later tonight, I'm actually going to be hanging out with one of my friends, and we're going to be watching the UFC 312 card, which it is just so bad. Like, they did Australia dirty, so if you're in Australia viewer, my channel, and you were planning on like watching, I am so sorry, watching a UFC card, because it is really bad. I don't know, they just knowingly shaft the Australians like every time when it comes to a card. All right, and Sig. I mean, dude, the Sigs are... I need to do some like testing in the lab. What do they call it? Training mode. I literally don't remember the stuff anymore. Just to kind of see how stuff, like how hard certain things are and like what the flowcharts are. But I mean, it's, dude, I don't know. This weapon's cool, but like I said, I don't really have intentions of competing, at least that much. So I don't even know if I would play chakrams, because they're not even, you know, there's time before they're legal, right? At most, right now, it's annoying to fight people who are playing chakrams in ranked, just because it's like, dude, I mean, okay, yeah, you're gonna probably get some elo and win more often than not, but you can't play it in tournament, so therefore it's like, sure, maybe I'm just a little frustrated when I fight you in ranked, but aside from that, it's whatever. I do like the idea. I heard Egg Soup describe them as like short blasters, which I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see some semblance of that. but it'll be interesting to see if they decide to like buff the weapon, nerf the weapon. Okay, what can we do here? Desig. I don't know if that version was the better one to do. Now, as far as like how I feel in regards to like my own skill level with not playing the game as much as I used to, I've kind of realized, because I've always been a preacher of like, oh, I'm one of these people that in order to be good at the game, I have to play the game like a lot. And I've kind of realized that that's just not true, especially with the existence of a character like Kaya, or honestly, I should really just say like a lot of spear legends, right? Like I have the knowledge to still perform at a high level in 2s, and I just play Kaya whenever I hop on ranked now. It just might be a stupid comparison to do, but you know, it's like in like a sport, right? Or like, let's literally use UFC. It's like when a UFC fighter, they know they're still like capable of winning, but and like doing good in a fight, or they're like they lose, and then they're like, man, but they look so good in the first 2 rounds, right? Like that's the big dilemma that happens to a lot of, I think, athletes who end up sticking around way too long. They're like, yeah, I mean, I felt really good, and everyone said I looked good in the first 2 rounds, and then, you know, it's like I got caught. I got caught by a punch. I lost a decision. That's kind of where I feel like I'm at right now. Of course, it's a little less damning to lose in a Brawlhalla match than go into a fight, perform to a high level, and then just because, you know, you're out of your prime a little bit, then you end up getting knocked out, right? It's a little bit different. That's not a little, it's a lot different. Did I get it? Oh, nope, I don't even know if that hits grounded. That would have been kind of nice though, the full charge. This guy wants it so bad. I don't think he's gonna get it though. Up and throw there. Nope. Yeah, I mean, that move is probably the best aerial, if I had to guess. But I think you guys, I don't need to elaborate any more on that. I think you guys gonna get what I'm saying with it. It's like, I know I'm still good, but I don't know if I would have it to still win, which if I'm gonna compete, I kind of want to be able to know I can like at least make it into a top 8 comfortably in my game mode, which is 2s. And I don't know if right now I can do that. If the right teammate came along that I just felt like I clicked with, and I'm like, dude, I mean, this is just easy cash, but it's also about the stress of the tournament. Like, dude, for a long time, and it's been well over like 2 years now, but not well over 2 years. It's been about 2 years. I used to get so worked up about this game, and I think part of that like helped me, but also it's just one of those things where now that I've kind of removed myself from competing a little bit, I feel like my own anger that I've previously had when I would like play this game sometimes, it's kind of disappeared a little bit. And that's just, I think, one of the uglier sides of competing in general, right? Some people, they can be super chill, but I think anyone who wants to win and wants to like dominate, I just feel like there's a higher chance for someone who's like trying to perform and win. You know, it's just more likely, I feel like, that they're bound to have some sort of emotional turmoil. I think it just comes along with like the mindset a little bit. So maybe I've kind of just lost the mindset in general. Definitely lost like a bit of the fire, just because, like I talked earlier, it's not the same. But okay, I don't even think that would have killed if I hit it. But that's a lot of rambling about the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I know what some people are probably gonna say about me making this video. Yeah, new legend. But you know, I had other incentives too. But it all just made sense to kind of give an update with where I'm at. I wouldn't expect really streams and stuff, like I said. I mean, I go to work. I work when I get home, and then I will like, yeah, see what I'm talking about. I don't know how to work off of it. And then like I go to gym and I hang out with like my friends and family, right? So I thought thought he was gonna get caught by that. So that's kind of what my schedule is, and if I was like trying to stream and it wouldn't work, or like I should say make content regularly. And as soon as I started working, I seriously was like, oh wow, I really lost my like passion for the game, which in some ways is sad, but I was kind of glad that like by starting kind of a normal like 9-to-5 job, it made me realize that I probably made the right move. So long story short, if you didn't get anything else out of this video, it's that I've been pretty happy with life. Is it stressful? Yeah, but I mean, I think that's just kind of how it is sometimes, you know, especially when you're wanting to do big things, you know, whether it be work or, you know, I don't know, just anywhere in life. But I've been good. I hope that at least some of you guys appreciate me uploading either way. And also, one more shout out, check out Raid Shadow Legends if you haven't. Thank you for sponsoring the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.